Hi guys, welcome to a new portfolio update episode, and today is gonna be a quite quick one. We're not gonna dive into news as much as usually, but we're gonna still read them nonetheless. But let's go straight into the portfolio update. So today, this week, our portfolio is up 5.7%, while the S&P is up 0.9%. Quite good outperformance. Of course, we know that Monday was pretty great day, I'd say. But since the start of the portfolio, we're up 62%, while the S&P is up 26%. So let's look at the news. I selected for you guys 9 pieces of news for this week. Of course, we already talked about the Monday's news in previous episodes. So let's look at them. Robinhood cuts 10% workforce. I mean, it's nice, less expenses, and it seemed like they made some layoffs because of the efficiencies. So they were just more efficient and they could make some layoffs. Not that they cannot grow as much as before, because they're executing like crazy recently. But okay. Uber, Nuro, and Lucid to launch robotaxi service in Houston in 2027. Of course, it's from what I've read, it's gonna have safety operators, so it's not gonna be fully autonomous. But it's a nice thing. We see some progression in AV, and it's again the proof for me that it's not gonna be only Waymo and Tesla when it comes to AVs, but a lot of other companies. And Uber is gonna be a platform which people most probably are gonna use the most. So I really believe that Uber is a great winner, and I'm talking about it every single week, because every single week there's some nice news when it comes to AVs and Uber. Oh, Fed holds rates, but dot flips hawkish at Warsh's first meeting. Uh, we talked about it in Warsh's meeting episode, but a quick recap, it's really not that bad. I mean, FOMC members seem more hawkish, of course, and let's actually look at the rates. Where do I have the rates? Yeah, it's awful. It's 10% chance 10% chance rates stay flat for this year. If we look at 1 week ago, it was 40% chances. I mean, it really looks bad, but I believe that market is overreacting right now. I mean, because of some dot plot that 50% Fed members seem want to see rate cuts this year. I mean, it can be easily reverted, but yeah, just because of the oil price. Oil is at 76. But of course, we still might have a rate cut. Rate hike. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we got a rate hike, let's say, next meeting in July, and then we got a rate cut. It wouldn't be strange to me, because I believe that inflation together with oil will slowly come down. Okay, let's go back to news. So this really was nothing burger, but if you want to, you can watch my mm, episode when I talked about it. SoFi CEO Anthony Noto buys another $250,000 worth of SoFi shares. I mean, again, Anthony Noto. Of course, it's a small amount. I mean, but we know Anthony Noto talked about it, that he doesn't really have that much cash to buy SoFi shares. But I mean, it's a great sign of confidence. But yeah, these rates kind of destroyed SoFi. I actually bought some SoFi. I will show you guys. Yeah, I bought because I thought that, well, maybe before the meeting would be a little bit more dovish and we will break out of this resistance here. But well, even though the rate is staying flat chances are pretty bad, I mean, SoFi is holding quite well. So maybe there's some shift in the sentiment when it comes to SoFi. So guys, don't be surprised if SoFi breaks out, and especially if rates, if inflation will turn not that bad and rate hikes chances would go down. I mean, SoFi would fly straight to versus. So I'm not buying it. I want to see some breakout, or I want to see some movement in SoFi because I already have a lot of money and it's my second largest positions. But oh, who knows? Maybe I'll buy. Okay. I didn't want to talk about the news that much, but I still talk about them. But it's okay. Global brings Athena by Zeta to agencies. I mean, it's great, but it's really not that huge. We knew that already, that is gonna be a case. US Iran signs MOU to end war. Yeah, this moved markets. Actually, quite strong. It moved them. So this is nice. Mm, Amazon explores selling Trainium AI chips to third parties, challenging Nvidia. I mean, I don't know if it's challenging, and though who knows, maybe it's gonna be similar stuff to Google's TPUs. So this is actually quite bullish, I'd say, on Amazon, but I wouldn't say that it's really challenging Nvidia. Okay. Robinhood agentic AI trading tops 50,000 users since May launch. Yeah, another quite good execution for Robinhood. Citi cuts Adobe price target to 228 from 264. We see now analysts coming and cutting Adobe prices, even though there's really not that lots of reasons. The main thing they are talking about is sorry guys. Yeah, he also flagged Adobe's shift towards a freemium user acquisition strategy. So that's what analysts don't like, but actually what the street doesn't like, I think, is the CFO leaving. But yeah, these two things make Adobe not really liked by street right now. But actually still think that Adobe might be a great buy even right now, though I'm not buying it because it's such a falling knife, and CFO leaving is a little bit of a red flag to me. But who knows? Maybe I'll buy some more Adobe, because right now the price is getting so ridiculous. It's crazy. And yeah, that would be it for the news. So let's see some of my activities this week. Uh, okay. Yeah. So I bought some. Yeah, I sold even more of AMD shares at 520. You guys know that I'm slowly taking profits on AMD, especially if I don't see like a huge movement up right now. I don't believe it really should trade at such huge prices, but I'm kind of making a trade still holding AMD because I believe that the momentum is great for AMD right now, and the chart actually looks quite good. But the longer chart stays at these levels, the more bearish I turn on AMD, actually. Okay. ServiceNow. I bought one ServiceNow because I'm looking for a new high since this drawdown right now, but who knows, maybe it goes lower, so I'm not buying that much more. I bought some SoFi shares. I told you guys already about that. I sold my entire grab position. And it's not because I'm bearish. It was a really small position for me. I wanted some cash. And right now, when dollar is getting a little bit stronger, and even though the oil is actually quite low and crap is still trading at 350, I don't really see a catalyst of this thing going back up. So mm, uh, it's kind of an opportunity cost for me. And I don't really actually know that business that well. It was Biden investigate or something like that. So I sold out of it. I'm not proud of this performance, but it wasn't really that bad. It's only 27% loss. So, and it was really small position. And I really, really, really want to buy more Microsoft at these levels. It's crazy cheap for. I'm not a financial advice, but I really believe Microsoft is crazy cheap right now. Uh, and there are whole lots of catalysts that may happen for Microsoft, and still it's growing, it's executing. I mean, maybe their models aren't that great, but who cares? It can change in 1 year, of course. Uh, and yeah, Microsoft is just a great company, and it's a really stable company, and the revenues are actually quite sticky. And yeah, I again say that Microsoft is one of the most disrespected companies right now. I mean, whole software sector is kind of disrespected. We can actually see at some names like, uh, let me see, Zeta, yeah. If I don't want to buy more, actually, I was buying here at even bigger prices because I saw the breakout. But right now, it's going lower. I don't know. Maybe we will see a rebound right now. But yeah, it's n- already quite a big position for me, and I just rather buy Microsoft and go a little bit safer right now. Uh, yeah. Uh, I think that software and especially Microsoft, it's just stupid what market is doing right now. Sezzle, I took some profits on Sezzle. I still believe this company is a good hold at these levels. It's actually quite fairly priced. Actually, it might be a little bit cheap because I don't really remember the valuation right now, but from what I remember, it is still quite cheap. But if it grows really much higher, like 200, I might take even some more profits right now, especially since Fed might hike rate and so on, and it's still going up and up. I mean, okay. Also, I sold 2 shares of hoodies. Why? Even though I said that this company is executing like crazy. I mean, we don't really see the numbers. It's pre-earnings. Of course, it might be by the rumor right now, but well, Bitcoin is actually quite low. Software is going down, and hoodie is growing because of some catalysts like agentic trading, this Trump account, World Cup, but still, the earnings might still not be that great. I mean, of course, we buy Huto because of the execution for many, many years in the future, but I just think that it might drop again before the earnings. Or during next earnings. And I'm not selling all of my position, but I took some profits because I want to buy stocks that are more cheap right now, like Microsoft again. And of course, I bought some Nvidia. Now, guys, what I want to talk about with you about. Well, I've added Broadcom to watch list, and I believe that this stock is actually a quite good buy. It's not as great buy as some of the YouTubers say. I'd say it's a little bit worse than Nvidia. But if you want some diversification, it might be quite a good buy. Well, I mean, it's growing quite hard. I analyzed a little bit of TPU space, and well, it seems really promising right now. Actually, it's people say that, well, nothing really compares to Nvidia and stuff. Actually, if it happens that only like 2 or 3 companies take the entire market when it comes to model, they can not exactly switch to TPUs, because Nvidia still has a huge gross margin, which she can lower the prices. Nvidia can just lower prices if Broadcom really becomes a risk for them, and everything is gonna be all right. But yeah, we see a potential margin expansion for Broadcom, while the Nvidia has a risk of margin contraction. So this might be a little bit of risk, but still, it's supposed to grow like crazy. TPO spaces are promising. And overall, I think that I might sell some AMD to buy uh, Broadcom, because Nvidia is already quite big position, and it might be like a small diversification when it comes to AI space. I don't really want to diversify out of AI right now. You may say that, well, software is a little bit diversification for me, but I'm 100% not gonna diversify out of software. I'm still saying staying out of tech. What I mean is out of tech. I'm still saying staying fully in tech right now. So yeah, this might be some buy for me in the next week, but yeah, don't be surprised if I'll sell some AMD to buy some Broadcom, and I believe that that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, that'll be it for this week. That's what I'm looking at. Oh, one more thing. Netflix. Terrible price action, and I'm considering either buying Netflix or selling it, because I believe it's really cheap right now. At this position, $300 for such company like Netflix seems so stupid in this portfolio, that either I'm gonna sell it or I'm gonna buy some more of Netflix. But I actually think it can go lower. I think that it might meet some resistance at 60s, even at 60s only. I mean, it might meet some support at 60s. Um, Only then. But who knows? Maybe this is the support right now. We'll have to see. But yeah, chart is awful. Uh, so yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys had a great week, and yeah, see you in the next portfolio update or some other episode. Thank you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.